different today. We are going to go live, get our post-game reaction show in real quick before we actually talk to Kenny Atkinson and the players because that game took forever. I want to get home. I got to get to bed because we got a big UCSS tomorrow. But the Cavs beat the Grizzlies tonight in one of the more fun games we've seen all season from this Cleveland Cavaliers team. Donovan with 30+. We had the Ty Jerome 5th league pass moment of the season tonight. He was incredible in the fourth quarter. We saw Evan Mobley put up 25 points, 13 rebounds, 8 assists, and all in all, the Cavs take down the Memphis Grizzlies at home. And in my opinion, one of the 3 or 4 best games that we have had from an entertainment standpoint. It was a crazy game. We had a fight. We had 6 technicals. Both coaches got teed up. Donovan Mitchell and Desmond Bane got in a little tussle match. We had Ty Jerome go bazonka. And that's a hell of a win for your Cleveland Cavaliers. When you look at this matchup against Memphis, who has a ton of athletic wings, a ton of bouncy bigs, Jaren Jackson Jr., Zach Edey's a monster. It was interesting to see how Cleveland kind of tried to counter what Memphis wanted to do. And on both sides of the ball, they had success early and then success late. But the main takeaway from today, the 2 main takeaways from today, let's say, is one, just got to give some more love to Ty Jerome because it's getting to the point where it is almost now expected for him to do something otherworldly on a night-in, night-out basis. We're talking about Ty Jerome here. This is not a guy who's a max contract player. This is not a guy who, frankly, had any real value entering the season. The Cavs had him, signed him last year to a 2-year, $5 million deal. He's making just above the league minimum. And this guy is coming out with Darius Garland out of the game with a hip contusion and playing at an all-star level for Cleveland. And down the stretch, the Cavs not only let Ty go to work, but let him cook and ran offense through Ty Jerome. And Ty Jerome, possession after possession after possession, was attacking Memphis's best defenders, getting his float game to work, shooting from 26, 27 feet, and connecting with accuracy. He's consistent. And anytime you think this can't be real, it has to be a mirage, well, he does it the next night again. And it's getting to the point now where his expectations have raised to a level where when Ty Jerome doesn't have a great game, you're like, what the hell's wrong? Why did Ty Jerome not perform as well as he needed? Tonight he gave you everything. It's my official stat, league pass moments. I make this. I make the rules. You can't tell me it is or isn't because I am the czar and the ruler when it comes to league pass moments. Tonight, Ty Jerome's 5th league pass moment of the season. That is now the most on the Cavs. It already was the most on the Cavs, but now he extends his lead to 5. Next closest has 3. Donovan had a great game tonight too, 31 points. Him and Bane were going back and forth. I did not see from where we were sitting at the media press angle what kind of led to the fight. We could see him tussling for the ball, but I couldn't really see it as an alleged ankle grab that I'm not sure what happened to it because from our angle we couldn't see it, but I love the fight. Right? Like Memphis is a physical team. They're feisty. They're chippy. And the Cavs didn't back down. And you saw Tristan Thompson get up. And you saw Donovan Mitchell and all those guys get right in on the action, ready to stand up for their guy and frankly, go to war if needed. And that's what you love to see because we know the Cavs can do what they do from a... Sorry, we got people walking by. You know what the Cavs can do from a skill standpoint, but the physicality is something that we still need to see, and the toughness and the championship mentality to kind of put their foot down and close out games when needed. It was incredible. It was incredible. For Ty Jerome, I see a couple comments on the contract. They have his early bird rights unless a team wants to just give him a crazy amount of money, and there are not a lot of teams that have a ton of cap space this summer. The Cavs have a very, very, very good chance to re-sign Ty Jerome. I don't know the exact number. I'm going to guess around $10 million a year. But if the Nets or someone with cap space wanted to give him 15, 16 million, Cavs can't match that. But unless some team wants to overpay him like crazy, then the Cavs have a really good chance to retain Ty Jerome. Mobley was awesome tonight. Early on, they were giving the rock to Evan and letting him attack Jaren Jackson Jr. almost in a mano-mano for Defensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year showdown, and Evan got the better of Jaren Jackson Jr. He took 8 threes tonight, which is awesome. He took 8 threes. I know he didn't make a ton, but the fact that he's attempting and comfortable taking those shots just shows the growth that he's made from an offensive standpoint. And when he's taking those threes, the Cavs are at their most dangerous from an offensive standpoint. So it's terrific to see Evan Mobley step up and take those shots, even if they're not going in. He had 13 rebounds. He had 8 assists, almost a triple-double. Jared Allen had a double-double again. He's just a walking double-double. DeAndre Hunter was not necessarily in the Cavs' closing rotation, which I was a bit surprised that they closed with Strus for the most part. And I think, and I'm going to ask Kenny here in a sec because there's the media There's the media room, which I'll go into ask Kenny in a sec. I'm just standing outside right now. But I am assuming the reason that Max Strus was in there was they wanted a little extra playmaking. Memphis didn't have a ton of size on the wing. And DeAndre Hunter just did not make a three tonight, and Strus had, and then he made a dagger late. So it panned out for the Cavs, didn't come back to bite him in the ass. But I do anticipate down the stretch that DeAndre Hunter would be the closing lineup's small forward or forward, depending on how they want to mix and match against the opponent. But all in all, another impressive one for Cleveland. They are now 47-10 on the year. Who would have thought? 47-10. This was a team that won 48 games. 50 games. Their over-under for the season was 49.5, 50.5, depending on which sportsbook you were looking at. And they got 47 in 57 games. It's just incredible. That's the Western Conference's number 2 seed. Maybe number 3 after the results of this game, but came into Cleveland, fought hard, and took an L. And I can't wait for the rematch because there was some chippiness and some competitive juices flowing through and through from the get-go in this one, and culminating in that little pushing match between Bane and Mitchell and then Thompson, with those 4 technicals being handed out. But a hell of a win for Cleveland. Another really good performance. Ty Jerome stole the show. And as we continue to progress towards the playoffs, these are the kind of games that the Cavs need to not only have, but win in order to be prepared for these playoff situations. It's great to beat the Knicks by 50. And it's great to go up 16-0 on the Timberwolves and then that game never get close. But the reality is you need as many reps in these close game situations as possible to hammer out your rotations, figure out what offensive groups play together, and figure out how you're going to score and how you're going to get stops when the stakes are at their highest. And tonight was a perfect example for the Cleveland Cavaliers to get that real in-game experience against a high-quality opponent. So I got to run because Kenny's walking into the press room right now, so I appreciate y'all tuning in. We're going to talk about this game in depth tomorrow on UCSS, so make sure y'all tune in then. But for now, I am Mikey McNuggets. The Cavs are 47-10. Ty Jerome is my hero, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.